Hello, everybody, and welcome back to part 6 of What If Megatron won in TF 2007. We're on to the penultimate. Now, let's get started. We continue with the Autobots inside the Knights Templar after Ironhide's speech, with them actually beginning to explore the ship. And they do come across some of Lockdown's remaining forces while they do this, but they either kill them or they imprison them inside of one of the many cells. Ironhide also has them dispatch of any of the dangerous, ravenous alien species that are on board of Lockdown's ship. However, some of them are actually let go, as some of the more intelligent ones are dropped off on their home planets. However, while they're exploring, the Autobots do find two surprises that shock them, but they are for the best. The first is Jolt and Sideswipe as they are walking around the ship, checking for anyone that's remaining that could be a threat, when they find Scorn, the last Dinobot on the ship, with him still badly damaged from his fight. They recognize that he must have retreated the ship after all the other Dinobots were killed, and thus he has nothing left to lose, as all of his friends were killed. So Ironhide actually decides to walk over to him, and he actually asks him if he would want to help them stop the remaining Decepticons and this new threat that has arisen to avenge his friends. Scorn looks at him and actually agrees, as he is welcomed into the fold of the Autobots, with Scorn being now an Autobot. The second surprise comes with RC and Cup, as when they're exploring the cells, they find 3 prisoners that they were not expecting but are glad to see. They are the 3 Autobot wreckers, Leadfoot, Roadbuster, and Topspin. After they reunite with everyone, the others asks how they got here, with them explaining that they got the signal to come to Earth. While they were on their way, Lockdown and that Quintessa woman captured them, and that's where they've been ever since. The others inform them of everything that's going on, with them more than eager to help in the fight. So with that, the ship is completely under the Autobots' control, and they continue to move within deep space to find others. Many, many years would pass by this point, where we would be around the events of when TLK should have happened, with the Autobots still flying through space in their ship, as they haven't had any luck finding anyone, as every planet, outpost, or signal they came across ended up being dead ends, traps, or them being too late to save whoever it was. But some good things have come during that time. Jolt and Cogman have actually been able to work, and they successfully were able to give AI intelligence to Galvatron, as since without a human he couldn't work, but now he's able to operate without a human intervention. And while the AI isn't that advanced, it's good enough that he's at least able to be an aid in fights. They were also able to fix RC, and they were able to repair her body to look like how it used to, with some upgrades. The Wreckers have also helped to train everyone on Wrecker fighting styles and tactics, which has given some confidence to their efforts, as the Autobots have a bit more advantage in fighting. Longarm and Salvage have also been able to prove themselves as being Autobots, but they often speak about missing their home planet, as they had so little time there to live and truly see it without the fighting. They've also been able to keep tabs on Unicron's location, who they've noticed has been going solar system after solar system, destroying their planets and all life on them. But at that moment, they can't do anything about it, as they just aren't prepared to take on Unicron or his heralds. However, one day Cogman, who is still in Bone Crusher's body, but with some upgrades, is at the scanners when he detects something, an Autobot beacon, coming from a planet called Beta 4, with Cup remembering that planet from his past, as it was a part of a solar system destroyed by a star harvester. Cogman then says they can make open communications with the bots there, so Ironhide does so, and when they open communications, they see it is Hound, with Ironhide and Leadfoot happy to see him, given he is an old friend of theirs. Hound explains that him and a few others tried to head to Earth, but upon learning what happened, they came here and have been trying to make contact with anyone else ever since. Ironhide says that they're on their way, so the Knights Templar heads there, with Hound and his group ready and waiting for them. Meanwhile, Unicron destroys planet after planet as his hunger has grown even bigger over the millions of years of slumber. Nemesis Tron is his main herald of destruction, with him destroying civilizations. This has been going on for all these years, but Unicron isn't just doing mindless destruction, as he's actually destroying civilizations and planets that are on the way to Cybertron, as he wants to destroy it himself and make sure that every last Cybertronian dies with it, including all life in the universe with them. All of his heralds know this, but they have no choice but to follow his commands, as they are under his control to an extent. Meanwhile, the Autobots make it to Beta 4, but they do have to dodge an asteroid field, which was caused by the Star Harvester that was in the solar system, destroying the solar system, causing all these meteors and stuff to surround the remaining planets. But because of this, the ship isn't able to fully get to the planet or land without risking damaging it. So, Ironhide, Cup, and Leadfoot take a drop ship down to the surface. And when they land, they see nothing until a group of Cybertronian vehicles approaches. And they see it's Hound and his team, with Hound's team consisting of Hound, Drift, Crosshairs, Trench, Day Trader, Dino, Q, Warpath, and Breakaway. After they get some reunions, they all board the drop ship, and they make their way back to the main ship, where everyone is happy to see each other. After explanations are given, Breakaway mentions that they aren't alone, as 2 more aerial bots were sent to scout around solar systems near Cybertron for others, those 2 being Air Raid and Silverbolt. So, Ironhide says they should get in contact with them as soon as possible, given the danger that Unicron possesses. So, Breakaway tries to get in contact with them, but to no luck. So Ironhide gets suspicious that something's wrong. Thus, he has the ship move closer to Cybertron. With this, they eventually get in contact, but it isn't good, as Silverbolt says they've been getting chased by 2 jet formers who give a resemblance to Starscream and Thundercracker for the last few days now. We then cut to them as we see Silverbolt and Air Raid flying past a planet's moon, trying to escape, but unfortunately it is too late, as Blitzwing shoots Air Raid out of the sky, killing him. Silverbolt is shot down, but he doesn't go down without a fight, as he shoots Jetstorm out of the air, causing him to crash. But then Nemesis Tron comes right in, swoops in, and slices Silverbolt down, killing him. Nemesis Tron then lands where Jetstorm crashed, and he finishes off his Feral Herald before sucking the Dark Energon power out of him into himself. Blitzwing then asks what he's doing, with Nemesis Tron saying that he knows that none of them want to really work for Unicron, so perhaps one day they can rise up to him by any means necessary, and if he dare says this to anyone, he will kill him as well, to which Blitzwing is quiet, and they leave to return to their master, who is almost near Cybertron by this point. After the Autobots see that the 2 are dead, Breakaway is hurt by this, as he says he should have never let them leave. Hound also feels ashamed as well, but Ironhide comes to his side and says that they knew the risks, but they were ready for anything, even at the cost of their own lives. Hound knows he's right, so he gets himself together and says that they have to take those sons of glitches out and stop that Titan. All the Autobots begin wondering, though, how they're about to do this, when Cogman speaks up and he says a ship is approaching them. And when they look to see what ship it is a small little ship, with the passengers saying that they wish to come aboard and that they are not here to harm them. So they allow them on, where one bot exits the ship, and it is a knight, but not just any knight. It's the Talisman Knight that we saw earlier, and they want to talk to Ironhide and the others, as they say that they know how they can stop Unicron. And that is where the penultimate ends. I want to thank you guys for watching. I can't believe it, we're already on to the finale. Next part's the finale, guys. We'll see how this story ends. Will the Autobots be able to make a comeback and save the day, despite all the stuff that's happened? Or will they fail and Unicron wins? Well, you shall find out next time. But until next time, when we end this story, good day.